Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, she keeps pushing you, pushing your buttons? One minute she's sweet and nice, the next she's cold, pulling towards you, then pushing you away, and you're not imagining it. She's really just testing you. And if you fail these tests, it can really cost you the relationship. But if you understand why she does it, you'll stop reacting like a little boy and start reacting like a man. I'm Dr. Tony, and what we do here, we break down love, relationships, and the hidden dynamics between men and women. I'm a licensed therapist, and if you're ready to level up your love life, stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. All right. Okay, so the infamous test that women give. Every man has seen it. There's no man that goes untested in any relationship, in pretty much any part of the relationship, beginning, middle, or end. Okay, so these tests from women are inevitable. But I think a lot of times, a lot of us men get the wrong idea. We think they are done out of being malicious, out of being manipulative, trying to set us up, try to use and trying to use our weaknesses against us. All it could be many of those things. And again, yeah, it could be right. But in my experience and what I've studied, more so than not, uh, these are really just unconscious responses. Okay, once again, from a very basic primal level, a woman needs to know that you or have as much certainty as she can that you are going to be the strongest male to carry her genes forth. Okay, these are emotional tests. Now, the other tests the woman puts you through are physical tests. Right? Or do you have the six pack, the six figure? Or are you tall? Um, those kind of things that show those physical attributes that women are looking for the same reasons that I just described here. Well, this is the emotional side of it. Okay, this is your mental strength. Okay, your gumption, so to speak. Okay, I know that's an old word. So, anyways, so that's the first part there. Her biological need to pass her genes on through with the strongest male. So she's going to emotionally test you. Okay, so let's look at how that looks. Okay, um, she wants to feel emotionally safe. If a woman doesn't feel emotionally safe and secure with you, uh, it's going to be very hard for her to proceed on into the relationship or even just for it to even get started. So, um, what is it? What do some of these tests look like? She can get angry at you, defensive or needy, kind of pokes the bear a little bit, little slights, little insults. Um, this is telling her that you're not grounded. She's doing this because she senses something that is off. And again, most of these tests tend to be unconscious in nature, as nothing that women are thinking of. Now, can women intentionally, administer these tests? Yeah, I've heard from many of them that yeah, well, I wasn't sure about him, so I tested him. So yeah, it can be conscious, but once again, as I said earlier, it's just these unconscious actions. It's kind of like this quality control, unconscious quality control and kind of lording over you to make sure you're doing your stuff right. And they're checking for it kind of every second almost. So, another thing is she wants to know that you can lead. What? If she just asks you are a leader, what are you going to say? Yes. Of course you're going to say yes. It's just like when you go to, when you go to apply for a new job and you're on the interview, you could have been late at your old job 1,000 times. They're still going to ask you. Okay, so I don't know if that's a great analogy. So she wants to know that you can lead. Okay, so what does that mean? She's not just going to ask you that if you can lead. She's going to put you in situations that demonstrate your leadership. Okay, so that could be many things. Okay, I mean, look, it's just she'll see how you even handle dates. Do you set up the dates? Do you tell her where you're going to go? Do you suggest what to wear? No, sure. Or do you tell her what to wear? Do you order her food for her? Do those things, but a lot of it really just comes in planning, thoughtfulness. If there's a situation happening around, she wants to see, are you the first to try to solve a problem before the others? Okay, all those little things uh, show these leadership qualities. So masculine energy, to me, it does lead, and I believe the feminine energy does follow. So it's within her nature to want to follow, not all women, but many. Okay, despite what we hear out there, and there's some women who will fight me tooth and nail on that, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. But overall, masculine energy does lead, feminine energy does follow. Okay, and if a man is in his masculine, his leadership is natural. Okay, and a woman will see that. Okay, so she'll put you in situations, whatever that situation is, to see if you can lead. If you can't, or if you fail to, or if you're uncertain, then that's telling her something about you. All right, so there's that. Okay, let's move on, you guys. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment. Okay, all right, thanks, guys. All right, number three, she's testing for authenticity. Okay, she wants to see, are you the real deal or are you just BSing her? A woman have pretty good sixth sense for a man's BS. Okay, if we pretend to be kind, powerful, confident, if those aren't truly whatever these great aspects of self, if that's not who we truly are, she's going to sniff it out. She usually will. Okay. How does she challenge that? She might ask you deep, thought provoking questions out of nowhere that has to do with those traits that you bring up. You want to see examples of it. And if you can't show them, then that's going to tell her something too. So just remember, she wants to know your authenticity. Are you who you say you are? So if you come off like this alpha male, are you going to stay that alpha male? She's going to challenge you to see if that's who you're staying, if that's who you're staying as, or that's who you are. That's just another example. All right, so keep that in mind. Um, this reason here, she is feeling insecure and needs reassurance. Women tend to, not all, but many tend to feel insecure in ways, especially about relationships. The woman has invested an aspect of herself in the relationship, and she would like to know that the man would want to stay, and she may need that reassurance. So, if you're the kind of guy that doesn't communicate that much, well, she's definitely going to seek out the reassurance. Okay, and that could also be in a form of another test. So when they are together, maybe she challenges him in some kind of way, and she wants to see if she challenges him, is he going to walk away, run away, go with a sneaky link or side girl or something, or do something else, or is he going to try to stay and work through it? Okay, him staying, her putting the test on the table and seeing how he works through it, right? That will provide that reassurance to her that he is committed. All right, so um, that's where then, and she probably was feeling insecure because of what she saw in him earlier. Okay, so she, again, women aren't going to always ask for a verbal reassurance. These other things, these tests, that's why they're tests. They're not verbally administered, right? They are actions being taken in that way, which makes you prove your feelings rather than just say "I love you." She's gonna put you in a position where it shows her that you love her. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So moving on, you guys. Another one. She's testing boundaries. Women, they want to see where the bottom line is, and once again, they could read so many things, wanting reassurance, feeling insecure because she's feeling insecure, testing your boundaries. The test are really pretty much a lot of the same things, okay? But it tells them so many things about this, okay? So they want to just see where your bottom line, what you tolerate from them, okay? And what you expect, how you respect yourself, okay? So how do some of these tests look? They still look like other ones, but they kind of all lump together. She could be sarcastic. She can openly flirt with someone, maybe tell you about more about an ex that you'd like to know. Things like that. She just wants to see, will you advocate for yourself? Will you stand up, or will you lose your cool? Because if she, as far as she's concerned, if you trip out over something that she brings up, then she probably didn't want you anyways. She was willing to use you regardless. Regardless, she was willing to lose you. Okay, if she says things like that. So, but again, with a man with strong boundaries, she's going to respect it, but he has to, not just tell her that, he's going to show her that too. So those are some more of the reasons why, um, she tests you. So, um, guys, you cannot get out of these kind of tests with women. All right. I will share this from a perspective of anecdotal personal perspective, and my perspective also as a therapist for over 20 years. You know what? Look, a lot of women out there, I don't blame women again for testing us. It's part of their nature to do that, and I think that's fine. But I find it an issue if a woman has to continually test a man. Okay, what she's really doing, she is the insecure one. She is the one that may be not very authentic. She may be the one with the boundary issues. Okay, so if a woman has to keep testing you, there's seriously things going on within her processes that she can't trust you even when you're showing that you're trustworthy, even when you're showing you're authentic, even when you're giving her all the security. And if she still has to come testing you, then that says something about her in the relationship. So I don't want you men to feel that you're always on trial. You don't have to feel that you're on trial. Just know it's natural for a woman to kind of test your boundaries to make sure that you're the real deal. But if she keeps testing you and she's starting to really kind of hurt you at this point or get you over the barrel, then you have to look at it that way. It goes two ways, and you have to address where she's coming from. She may not be the most stable for a person for a relationship. As I always tell people, you know what? Stay in therapy until you're ready to be in a relationship. Okay, there'll be people there's always going to be fish in the sea and people out there. But if we don't heal ourselves first, we run in the arms of someone else to distract ourselves. Well, what do we learn? We learn nothing. Then we break up with that same guy or girl for same reason why we broke up with the other person. All right. So you guys, just men understand that the tests the women give, they're generally not malicious. They're just, they're a survival mechanism. And the more we understand these things, the easier we can make our relationships. All right, that's all I have for now.